In the heart of Seoul, where neon lights clashed with ancient temples, Zaria X stood at the altar of a grand wedding hall, her white gown shimmering like a beacon of hope. The Nigerian fashion designer, who had built a name for herself in South Korea's cutthroat fashion scene, clutched a bouquet of lilies, her dark eyes bright with dreams. Her fiancé, Min Jun, a wealthy Korean businessman, stood opposite her, his tailored suit crisp and his smile tight. The room buzzed with guests, Korean elites in sleek hanboks and Nigerian aunties in vibrant Oseok head wraps, their chatter a mix of Yoruba and Korean pleasantries. But as the officiant began the vows, a cold wave swept through the hall. Min Jun's mother, a stern woman with a pearl choker, stood abruptly. "This wedding is a mistake," she declared, her voice slicing through the murmurs. "She's not one of us. Her blood, her culture. It doesn't belong here." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Zuri's heart stopped. Min Jun's face crumpled, not with defiance, but with shame. He turned to Zuri, his eyes avoiding hers. "I'm sorry," he muttered. "I can't fight them. Not for you." The words hit like a slap. Zuri's bouquet slipped from her fingers, petals scattering across the polished floor. Her aunties shouted in Yoruba, "Haba! What nonsense is this?" But the Korean guests whispered, their stares heavy with judgment. Tears burned Zuri's eyes as she stumbled back, her gown catching on her heels. She didn't wait for more apologies or explanations. Ran. Her bare feet slapped against the marble steps outside the hall, the humid Seoul evening wrapping around her like a suffocating blanket. The city blurred, street vendors hawking tteokbokki, neon signs flashing K-pop ads, taxis honking. Zuri's sobs choked her as she tore through the streets, her wedding veil trailing like a ghost. She didn't know where she was going, only that she needed to escape the weight of Min Jun's betrayal and his family's hate. Her mother's charm, a small bronze pendant shaped like a cowrie shell, bounced against her chest, a gift from Nigeria meant to protect her. "Keep your spirit strong, Zuri," her mother had said before she left Lagos. Now it felt like a cruel joke. She veered into a narrow alley near Gyeongbokgung Palace, where an ancient shrine stood, its stone lanterns glowing faintly. The air felt heavy, charged with something old and unspoken. Zuri didn't notice. Her tears blinded her as she tripped over a cobblestone, her gown ripping at the hem. She cursed, wiping her face, and didn't see the black sports car speeding around the corner. Jaehyun gripped the steering wheel, his jaw tight. The K-pop idol was late again. His manager had been screaming through his phone about missing a fan event, but Jaehyun didn't care. He was tired of the fake smiles, the choreographed dances, the suffocating rules of being perfect. His tattoos, hidden under a leather jacket, itched against his skin, a secret rebellion against his polished image. The ink swirled in patterns only he understood, a mix of Korean hanja and symbols he didn't fully grasp, gotten during a drunken night in Busan. His bandmates called them trouble. Jaehyun called them freedom. He swerved to avoid a stray cat, his tires screeching. Then he saw her, a woman in a torn wedding dress, stumbling into the street like a lost spirit. "What the?" he shouted, slamming the brakes. Too late. The car clipped Zuri's side, sending her sprawling. Jaehyun's heart pounded as he leapt out, cursing himself. "Hey! Are you okay?" he yelled, running to her. Zuri groaned, her palms scraped from the pavement. She looked up, her tear-streaked face fierce despite the pain. "You idiot! Were you trying to kill me?" Her Nigerian accent was thick, her voice shaking but sharp. Jaehyun froze, caught off guard by her fire. "Me? You ran into the road like a crazy person." He gestured wildly, his leather jacket flapping. Up close, he saw her gown, tattered but stunning, and the pendant glinting at her neck. Her eyes, dark and blazing, locked onto his. For a moment, the world felt too quiet. Then it happened. Zuri reached for her pendant, her fingers brushing against Jaehyun's hand as he tried to help her up. A jolt shot through them like lightning trapped in their bones. The air around the shrine shimmered, the stone lanterns flaring with an eerie blue glow. Jaehyun's tattoos burned under his jacket, glowing faintly through the fabric. Zuri's pendant pulsed, hot against her skin. A wind whipped through the alley, carrying whispers neither could understand, words in Yoruba, in Korean, in something older than both. "What's happening?" Zuri gasped, yanking her hand back. But the light exploded, blinding them. Their bodies seized, hearts racing in unison. Then darkness. Zuri woke to the sound of screaming. Not her own, but a man's voice, shrill and panicked. She blinked, her head throbbing. Why was she in a car? The leather seats smelled expensive, and her hands, wait, her hands? She stared at them, horrified. They were larger, calloused, with faint scars and tattoos. Her heart lurched. She touched her face, feeling sharp cheekbones and a jawline that wasn't hers. A mirror hung from the rear view. She grabbed it, trembling, and saw him, the reckless driver with dark eyes and tousled black hair. "No, no, no!" she screamed, her voice deep and unfamiliar. Across the alley, Jaehyun staggered to his feet, his body swaying in a way it never had. He looked down and froze. A wedding gown clung to him, torn and heavy. His hands, slender with painted nails, weren't his. He touched his face, feeling soft skin and full lips. "What the hell?" he muttered, but the voice was hers, laced with an accent he didn't know. He spun around, spotting his own body by the car, screaming in his voice. "Hey! What did you do to me?" he shouted, stumbling in the gown's train and nearly face-planting. Zuri whirled, still in Jaehyun's body, her eyes wide. "Asterisk me, asterisk. You hit me with your stupid car, and now I'm you." She gestured at herself. His body, her hands flailing. "Look at this. I'm a man. A tattooed man." Jaehyun in Zuri's body glared back, his hands on his hips, or rather her hips. "Oh please. You think I want to be stuck in a wedding dress? I have a fan meet in 20 minutes. He tried to storm forward but tripped on the gown's hem, landing on his knees with a yelp. "This is ridiculous. Why can't I walk?" Zuri snorted despite her panic. "Because you're in my body, genius. Those heels aren't for amateurs." She crossed her arms, then flinched at how muscular they felt. "And what's with these tattoos? Are you some kind of gangster?" "Gangster?" Jaehyun scoffed, struggling to stand. "I'm a K-pop idol, lady. These are art. And you're messing up my vibe." He pointed at her, his body swaying awkwardly. "Stop slouching. You're ruining my image." "Your image?" Zuri snapped. "I just got dumped at the altar, and now I'm stuck in your body. I don't care about your vibe." Her voice cracked, tears welling up again, but they felt wrong in this stranger's face. She wiped them away, furious. "This is a nightmare." Jaehyun softened just a fraction. He saw the pain in his own eyes, her pain, and felt a pang he didn't expect. "Hey, I'm sorry about the altar thing. That sounds rough." He paused, scratching his head, her head. "But we need to figure this out. Like now." They stood, glaring at each other, the shrine's lanterns still flickering faintly. Zuri reached for her pendant, now hanging around Jaehyun's neck on her body. Her fingers brushed her own hand, and another spark zapped them both. They yanked back, gasping. "Did you feel that?" Jaehyun asked, his voice shaky. "Yeah," Zuri muttered, staring at her pendant. "It's my mother's charm. She said it was special." She didn't mention the stories her mother told, about spirits and bonds that crossed worlds. She hadn't believed them until now. Jaehyun frowned, tugging up his sleeve, her sleeve, to check his tattoos. They weren't on her skin, but he felt them like a memory burning inside. "My tattoos, they got weird during that flash. I got them in Busan, and the artist said something about a curse, but I thought he was drunk." "A curse?" Zuri's eyes narrowed. "You didn't think to mention that before you crashed into me?" "I didn't crash," Jaehyun snapped. "You ran into my car." "Oh, so it's my fault I'm stuck in your sweaty body." Zuri shot back, gesturing at his leather jacket. "You smell like a gym and bad decisions." Jaehyun laughed despite himself. "And you smell like flowers and heartbreak, bride. We're even." He tried to flip her hair dramatically, forgetting it was pinned under the veil, and ended up yanking it painfully. "Ow! How do you live like this?" Zuri couldn't help it. She giggled, the sound deep and strange in his throat. "You're hopeless. Can you at least try not to ruin my hair?" Their bickering was cut short by a blaring ringtone from Jaehyun's phone, now in Zuri's hand. The screen flashed. "Manager! Where are you?" Zuri's eyes widened. "What do I do with this?" Jaehyun groaned. "Answer it. Tell him you're on your way." "Me? I don't even know who you are." Zuri hissed. "I'm Jaehyun, lead dancer of Vibe X," he said like it was obvious. "Just say you're stuck in traffic. And don't mess it up." Zuri fumbled with the phone, her new fingers clumsy. Hello. This is Jaehyun. I'm, in traffic." The manager's voice exploded through the speaker. "Traffic? You're late for a fan meet. Get here now, or your career's done." The call ended abruptly. Zuri stared at Jaehyun, who was picking at the gown's lace in frustration. "Your life is a mess," she said flatly. "Your life isn't exactly a party either, runaway bride," he retorted, but his eyes softened. "Look, we're stuck. Let's figure out how to be each other. Just for now." Zuri nodded, her heart heavy but her resolve firm. The shrine loomed behind them, its lanterns dimming as if satisfied. The spark between their hands lingered in their minds, a hint of something bigger, something that tied Zuri's charm to Jaehyun's tattoos, their souls to each other. As they stumbled toward his car, Zuri in his body and Jaehyun in hers, Seoul's lights flickered like stars watching their story unfold.